well-received win. Johnny Elliott, we've been watching Johnny Elliott for years, and he could well win there. We have seen things go horribly wrong before. So he has got Ivan Svana behind him, and behind that is Neil Durant. Now Neil Durant has been racing really well this tournament, but he's not started this high. So
de én legalább értem is.
Just maybe this is his time. So, Neroda is the one who's in fourth place, and this is Neroda's brother, so not Patrick, this is Marcin. Now, well, Johnny Elliott's saying really slow. When's he going to hit the throttle? He's being really cagey. He's on the gas now, right in the middle of the hairpin. He's on the power. He's got a little bit of a jump on Jana, so Jana's not going to really challenge him. But Durant, behind Durant, is absolutely nose to tail. Durant nearly ran into the back of Jana there, and everyone else sort of checked up a little bit too. But it is Johnny Elliott leading the way out of the hairpins. He's going to lead the way out the final hairpin onto the backstretch. There he goes, Johnny Elliott with the red and white helmet, and then Schwaner with the blue suit and green front stem. He's already looking over his shoulder at Neil Durant. So, Johnny Elliott, Schwaner. Johnny Elliott's pulled out quite a lead there. For an opening lap, that is a big lead over the Hungarian champion Schwaner. And
Hungarian champion.
There he goes, Johnny Elliott in the lead into the first of the hairpins, in the hairpin section, you could say. As Svana is there in second place. He's obviously going to be keen to sort of close that gap, but he's going to bring Neil Durant with him if he does. There's a bit of a gap then opening to Marcin Neroda, so maybe we're going to see a bit of a breakaway through. You see what I mean there? Johnny Elliott has a lead, but Jana is going to be looking at closing that, and whatever happens, Durant is going to go with him regardless. He is going to be there. So the rest of them, Neroda, West, Hassan, Peace, Hull, Fires, they all stream through. Oh, and into the wall. That looked like Fires. And in the pits, there is someone in the pits. It's Adrian Hull. Adrian Hull is the first and so far only pit stop visitor. So red light on and green. So clean pit stop there from Hull. And he's obviously just got to pound around and put in those laps now. See where he ends up at the end. Johnny Elliott down the backstretch. It looks like Svana has closed in. So Svana has closed in, and Durant is going with him. This is a much closer battle up at the front than it was earlier on, just a couple of laps ago. Johnny Elliott has been reeled in a little bit by the Hungarian champion, Ivan Svana. Johnny Elliott, we know he can win, but we know Svana can win as well. And Durant is capable of winning at some point. So it's all action in the pits then. We had somebody, I think it was Hassan. It was Hassan, the Iraqi driver. And he's now back out on track, going through the first turn and heading out towards the hairpin section. Now down the backstretch, there's Johnny Elliott. There is Svana, Ivan Svana, and there is Neil Durant. This is as cagey as you like. We've seen a lot of this, a little breakaway trio so far this tournament. Yet again, this time it's with Johnny Elliott heading the way. So look at the support Johnny Elliott gets. He is certainly one of the more popular drivers from Manchester, and he is for years been deemed the most unlucky driver. Then his luck changed, but we had a little bit of a glimpse of the old bad luck earlier on when a bit of a difficult pass by somebody made on him ended up with him losing 2 places and dropping right down the order. So Johnny Elliott leads here. This is the one that counts in his eyes. He's going to want to try and win this. There he is crossing the line. That's Johnny Elliott in the lead with Ivan Svana and Neil Durant behind him. Durant really recognisable in that orange and black suit there as they enter the hairpin section. Very important to be right here. If he's correct, he'll be fast. If he's the least bit wrong, this is from Johnny Elliott's point of view, Svana will be all over him and challenging for the lead. Down the backstretch, it's Johnny Elliott still with the lead. They're opening up a little bit of a gap, it looks, to Neil Durant. So maybe Durant's had a bit of a wrong-footed maybe in the hairpins. It's very important. The least little thing
Mert ki fog állni, aki előtte megy.
Be what's happened to Durant. I don't think the two leaders are necessarily going that much.
Meg az se hülye a gokárthoz, tehát be tudja zárni, úgyhogy ne tudja megelőzni.
Anyway, here we are, and Durant is certainly not being left behind. There's Johnny Elliott, he's hanging on. You can see the action in those hairpins. And in the pits is the 14. That's Isaac Fires. Isaac Fires out to 6th place. He's now dropped to 7th. Hassan has moved up to 6th. And here comes Johnny Elliott down the backstretch into that hairpin at the bottom there. Ivan Svana and Neil Durant.
Nem tudom, mert nem tudják a nevét normálisan kimondani. Ivan Svana. De Svana, nem Szána.
Miért? Ő furcsa mondja.
Johnny Elliott leads the way. Svana, though, is closer than he has been. Remember earlier on, there was a bit of a gap opening up. It looked like Johnny Elliott might be able to pull away in the lead. That is now clearly not happening. He's got really all the lead he can ask for at this stage, but Ivan Svana is not being dropped. I'm sure Johnny would feel a bit more comfortable if he could drop Svana there. Johnny Elliott clearly is going to stay out for the long term in this race. He has no reason to pit. There's no one in front of him who could cause any trouble at all. And he just needs to keep making sure he's ahead of Svana. It looks like he's getting a bit close behind with Niroda and West, but they are running 4th and 5th as they continue around the track. And there they are, actually. So there's Niroda and West. And there is Johnny Elliott down the back there. He's opened up that gap again. Svana is definitely not getting the better of him. Ivan Svana, he is multiple champion. Literally every year, there are several categories out there in Hungary. And he has won the 3rd division. Then the following year, he won the 2nd division. Now he's moved up to the 1st division, and he's the current championship leader there in Hungary. I'm talking about Ivan Svana, who is 2nd there in the blue suit with the green-fronted helmet. And that is the driver who is trying to work on Johnny Elliott at the moment, who is the current race leader. So there's Johnny Elliott turning in at the end of the straight. Round he goes. It's a long, long right, an awfully long right that. It's way more than 180 degrees. Really comes back in itself and goes a long way. So, Elliott, another lap in the lead. Svana, another lap in 2nd, and a little bit more of a gap there to Neil Durant. It may well be that the 2 leaders are ever so slightly starting to drop Durant, maybe. Durant's just got to try and hang on for a few laps and just prevent them getting away. But there you can see that gap is opening up. Now, Svana will be keen to see that. If Svana's going to go into the attack on Johnny Elliott, he does not need to be fending off Neil Durant. Neil Durant has been one of the raciest of drivers so far, so Svana will be keen that this gap is opening up to give him a bit of a clearer shot at Johnny Elliott and taking the lead. So, looks like they're closing up on somebody. That will be Isaac Fires. Isaac Fires. Now, Fires has been very aware of his surroundings so far, so I don't think he's going to be any kind of problem. He's definitely a sportsman, and if he does end up holding Johnny at all, it will be purely by accident or by the fact that there is nowhere to go. So there is Fires, and there is Johnny Elliott, and Svana is all over the back of Johnny Elliott now. He's much closer than he has been, and they're catching the back marker now. Fires will probably have a good idea that Johnny Elliott's coming. He's already looking, and he's already running wide to let them through. So great driving there by Isaac Fires. Really is a sportsman, and there is Johnny Elliott, but he is losing ground, and that's nothing to do with Fires. No. So Johnny Elliott is losing ground to Ivan Svana. Now looking at the lap times,
ki fog fáradni az első, és megelőzi.
Svana has picked up the pace. Johnny Elliott is maintaining a seriously rapid pace, a race leader's pace, but Svana is going even quicker, and that is why the lead is closed down. So Johnny Elliott is doing all he can, but Svana seems to have an answer at this point. Durant is managing to hang on to that gap that got created, so he is back in 3rd, but you know, it's not getting any worse now. What's happening with Johnny? Svana looking one way, nothing going. Maybe he was just kind of getting his eye in a bit, perhaps. Here comes Johnny Elliott. He's round to complete another lap. There's 11 minutes 20
hát
on
ennek
the
a
clock.
Johnny Elliottnak is ki kell most már állni.
An awful long time to Johnny Elliott, who's got his hands full now with Ivan Svana. So, although he has got his hands full,
végre kimondták a nevét rendesen.
Johnny Elliott is no real slouch. He's also very good defensively. He can certainly attack too, so Svana does get past. He's going to have to make it good because Elliott will be straight back onto him. Here's Johnny Elliott. He's through and near to the end of the lap now, but Ivan Svana has got that gap down. It's visibly going fast. Svana hit the end of that barrier good proper. So, very close.
Nem, hogy már gyorsabb, mint az első, csak nem tudja megelőzni.
Johnny Elliott doing the same. You can see that lean out action, solid rear axle in the kart, and that will cause a lot of understeer if both wheels are touching the ground evenly. So a lot of the top drivers are leaning out in the corner, just to lift up that inside rear wheel a bit. Take the weight off it. Means it slips a little bit like a differential, you know, doing the work of a differential, if you like. And just makes the cart a bit easier to turn. They don't have to turn so much. They don't have to fight it so much. They won't lose as much time. So, Johnny Elliott. Now, this is going to get interesting. There are two back markers in front of Johnny Elliott.
Mert Iván gyorsabb, mint az, aki előtte van.
So Johnny Elliott, he's going to look at this and he's going to wonder what's going to happen with the blue flags. Will Peace and Hull see him or will they not? What, if they do, he's fine. If they don't, he's definitely going to come under attack from Ivan Svana. So, Johnny Elliott, is he going to come in the pits on this lap? Is he not? No, he's not. He's going to actually hope and pray that they see the back market see him. Are they going to get blue flagged? Yes, they are. One of them is, and that is Adrian Hull. So, Adrian Hull has got the black flag now. He knows he needs to let Johnny Elliott through, but where? The hairpins go left and right, and there's really not an obvious spot. He's in a battle of his own with James Peace, so he can't exactly be expected to jump out of the way, much as we'd like him to do so. And Johnny Elliott's waving his hand, and down the inside, Willie, he's still, oh gosh, no. Adrian Hull isn't really letting Johnny Elliott through. Now, this is to Svana's benefit. Svana's now absolutely on the back. Johnny Elliott waving. There's going to be another blue flag to... and in the pits though, it's Neil Durant. Neil Durant pits out of third place, but we'll keep an eye on Johnny Elliott and Svana. The back marker's got out of the way. Adrian Hull has seen the flag and moved out of the way. Could be that he missed it last time. Now, Johnny Elliott, he, yeah, it might have been a bit annoying, but it's not the end of the world because the gap is the same. And James Peace has now moved out of the way, so Johnny Elliott now has clear space. Svana's gone through with him. So, order remains the same at the front. The gap remains the same at the front. The battle remains the same at the front. Except that Neil Durant has pitted and dropped down to 5th as a result. He's 13.1 seconds down on them. So if they pitted now, Neil Durant might actually come out in the lead. Oh, and up the inside!
No.
Can't make it stick. And a real close moment there. He's certainly his intention though. He's willing to attack out.
Dehogy zárják ki.
One hand down the straight, Johnny Elliott.
Hát de sokkal gyorsabb, és nem tud elmenni.
This hairpin here, but no, Johnny's got it covered. But that was a very clear warning shot there from the Hungarian champion. He means to take the lead. He's going to be trying to do it on the track. If not, he's going to try and do it in the pits. You can bet your life that Ivan Svana is going to have a look at that. Johnny Elliott's holding him off as best he can. Johnny Elliott's doing a sterling job, but what pressure he is under. So here they come now. Johnny Elliott, is he going to hold the inside? Svana, is he going to make a move? Not this time.
Anya, versenyező a pályában, nincs ilyen, hogy másik pályán mi történne.
We've seen some desperate lunges there over the years. And nothing going on though. Svana is thinking, no, I'll hang on and leave it a bit later. Johnny Elliott getting the support, but Ivan Svana isn't. He's going nowhere. He's all over the back of Johnny Elliott there. There's going to be some very exciting footage from the Hungarian's GoPro that's on top of his helmet as we come around onto the backstretch again. Now, how defensive is Elliott going to be? He's not really expecting any kind of attack there. Moving to the outside suggests he's not too worried about any kind of lunge there. Enough of a gap to make it impossible.
De még egyikük se állt ki.
Now, these two are pretty much
már csak ketten kergetik egymást.
Times and matching each other for effort all race long. It's going to come down to the pit stops, maybe. And if it does, they are going to have to be perfect. Not Lee Owen, someone else is in. That looks like Matt West. Matthew West is into the pits, and he's got the green light. He's out again. He resumes in what looks like 5th place, but Hassan's going to be coming at him, so Hassan's only 4 seconds back, but Matt West does manage to...
Iván, menjél! Ne hagyd élni!
So, Johnny Elliott continues to lead. Ivan Svana is there in 2nd place and all over the back of Elliott, as he has been all race long. 6 minutes to go now before they get the last lap board. These two both have to make a pit stop. 6 of the 9 racers have made stops. It's just Elliott, Svana and Neroda who have yet to do that. Durant has gone up to 3rd. Neroda's in the pits, and now Neroda comes out of the pits, and he's managed to get ahead of Matt West though, which is obviously what he wanted to. They were nose to tail earlier on, and Neroda is up into 4th place now. Now there's Marcin Neroda. We just saw Patrick Neroda win a race, and this is Marcin Neroda. So Johnny Elliott neither pitting. Very much captains. Now you can bet as soon as one comes in, The other one will have to follow the very next lap. Will it be Elliott? Will it be Svana? They've got 5 minutes and a bit in those hairpins there. They're coming out of that hairpin section. Just one more hairpin to go. There it is. Johnny Elliott leads the way, of course. Down the backstretch. Now, what's happening here? Johnny Elliott feels there could be a lunge. He goes defensive to just put Svana off any idea and then move back to the racing line for the corner. Absolutely cancelling each other out, these two. Very late pit stops for both. Elliott hangs on to the lead. Svana hangs on the back of Johnny Elliott. Johnny Elliott's done an awful lot of work. You have to say, really, whoever wins this will deserve it. Johnny Elliott has absorbed massive pressure all race long with just 4.5 minutes to go. He deserves the win. Svana's really applying so much pressure. In many ways, if he wins, he'd deserve it for the amount of pressure he's putting on Johnny Elliott. The fans really, the hometown hero, Johnny Elliott, it's not exactly his hometown, it's certainly his home country, and he has a lot of fans from all over the world, really, Johnny Elliott. So many people saw how unlucky he was when that look changed. Oh, yeah! It's Svana,
Azt a kurva!
Yeah, that's where it happened before as well. So clearly a chink in the Elliott armour in the hairpin, but there's a bit of a gap there. Now, will we see a pit stop? Will we see a pit stop on this lap? Because there's a bit of a moment there. They need a second to just settle down from that. I'm sure no action's going to get taken, but is one of them going to come in? Svana maybe? No. They both continue on. So, I reckon Ivan Svana wants to see that gap closed down now before he makes a stop. Oh, he's got a board there. A little bit of a warning maybe, just for contact. I'm sure that won't be a penalty. It'll just be, just wind it in. Oh. Anyway, Johnny Elliott, this is the biggest lead he's had for some time.
Igen.
So, the pit stops. They've only got 3 minutes and a quarter in order to make that stop. Elliott in, no. Svana in, no. They're continuing.
Muszáj megállniuk, 3 perc van hátra.
It's only those two, actually. Yeah, it's only those two to pit. Elliott, Svana, in the hairpins. This is where both attempts
Többieket elhagyták.
that first right hairpin, the second of the hairpins, the first one to the right.
2,5 perc.
Down the back straight. Svana's too far back to do anything. Johnny Elliott knows it.
De vajon tudják, hogy ki kell már állniuk? Nehogy ne álljanak ki.
Someone's going to come in soon. Svana can't afford to pit behind Elliott. He probably could win this time. No, he's not. They're both leaving it very late here. Now, what Svana can't really afford is to have to pit behind Elliott. They're going to run out of time, and if Svana pits behind Elliott, he will have to wait on each of the stops behind Johnny Elliott. He's so close to him as he's been all race. He's got to really pit separately to Elliott. They're too close.
Mind a kettő a másikra vár, hogy álljon ki, hogy kapjon egy kis előnyt.
And he will know that. So I reckon if Elliott does not pit this time, we're going to see the Hungarian Svana in the blue suit make a stop. So what's happening here? Here's the pit entrance. Who's it going to be? It is Svana. Yeah, he had to come in now. The very reason I was describing. This has to be very good indeed.
Igen, és jól csináltam, a másiknak is ki kell állni, és ő gyorsabb.
So, what's it going to be? Oh gosh, he has made a good stop. Let's see how that is. It looked good. Oh, it's amazing. 12.4 now. Huge pit stop pressure for Johnny Elliott. It's going to be this lap. Surely this lap around Johnny Elliott is going to make
Iván fog nyerni, mert gyorsabb, mint ez a másik.
The whole day if Johnny Elliott's going to hold on to this lead. So Svana has thrown down the gauntlet with a 12.4 second pit stop. Here comes Johnny Elliott. He's in. He's in. This is the one that counts.
Aha.
Johnny Elliott.
Na most tud Iván elmenni.
Oh, cuts it fine. This is perfect, Johnny. So it's red. He's cutting it fine here. He's got to do it. Oh, that is really good. And he's going to come out ahead of Svana. He's
Nem! Kurva élet! És neki ment, és Iván mutatja a kezével. Hogy kiszorította. Nem baj, ki fogják baszni a picsába ezt a Johnny-kát.
Menjél már, még megelőz a harmadik.
A harmadik még messze van. Iván van elő! Hé, Iván van elő!
So from being the attacker, Svana is
Nem,
now
már
the
megint a
defender, with
másik
just 30
srác.
seconds to go until we get the last lap board. Now I think in
De
this
szabálytalan
race,
volt.
we may see the last lap board next
Hát
time. It
láttam.
depends on the pace of Johnny Elliott. I think this is going to be the penultimate lap. It could well be they've got 2 laps after this, depending at what point Elliott crosses on. No, surely, if you look at the counter at the top of your screen, 11, 10
Nyomjad,
seconds
kicsim.
before they get the last lap board, there's no way Elliott's going to make it to line, but he's certainly got the race won.
Gyerünk, 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 Iván! Ne add fel a végén, gyerünk!
Huge piece of the most epic Johnny Elliott bad luck to occur now for him to lose this race. There he is. Is that the last
Mindjárt
lap
vége,
board?
mindjárt
Yes, it
vége,
is.
utolsó
It's the
kör,
last
ne
lap
add
board
fel,
that Johnny Elliott
kicsim!
will want to see. Johnny's going to win this surely because
Gyerünk, Iván, nyomjad neki, már csak egy kör van, gyerünk!
a bit of a collision now. I mean, they both had to fight it. They both had to fight it.
Jó, most már csak védekezik, hogy ne előzze meg. Utolsó kör, gyerünk, utolsó kör, elfáradt szegény, gyerünk! És bent vannak, és második!
Neil Durant came in third. It was almost second, but Johnny Elliott has.
Hát egy szélesebb pályán simán lenyomja ezt a Johnny Elliott gyereket, de hát ez egy ilyen pálya. És egyébként is szabálytalan volt ez a kis izé, úgyhogy majd remélem, hogy megóvja. Johnny Elliott szabálytalan volt.
So certainly one of the most popular, definitely one of the best. Johnny Elliott does suffer from bad luck, but this time there was no such thing as the Elliott bad luck. There goes Neil Durant, and actually Durant has come through in second, but he's actually third. So Durant is arriving in the pit lane second. Jana is certainly back. I think he's a bit peeved about that pass, but really they both ended up getting physical. They had no choice. They were going into the first turn side by side. Elliott on the inside. Svana may feel a bit robbed, but you know what? He's still in second place. That's a huge amount of points. So, a great result there. So, Jana is second, and the best result so far for Durant as well in third.
Igen, de az övék voltak a legjobb körök. Az Iváné volt a legjobb kör.
Huge pressure all race long for Johnny Elliott, and Johnny Elliott came through and took the result. So we can see them there, and they're just getting all the weights done.
Ott van Iváncikám.
Some are checking going in, and some
Igen,
checking coming
tegyen meg
out.
a kis
There's
szívét.
Durant getting sort of talked to there. So right. What a race
Hát
that
Iván
was.
az egyik legsportszerűbb versenyző a világon.
He's sort of limping away.
Ott
Such
megy
was the
Elliott.
intensity of
Én
that
meg
race.
segberugom most
Én is adnék neki egy jó nagy barackot, ha ott lennék.
Obviously he realizes there's going to be an element of controversy, but really, what could they do? You know, there's Ramon Pinero, the Spanish driver down there.
De egész idő alatt a gyerekről beszéltek.
They're all talking to Johnny, and that looks like some question marks over what exactly is what, but they're doing all right. It's all right. There's Ramon Pinero kind of saying, well, side by side, what could you have done?
És ki az a kis szakámatyi?
Neil Durant. That's Neil Durant with the orange top to his overalls. Ivan Svana, the Hungarian champion. Well, that video footage from the top of his helmet will certainly be exciting. And Brad Philpott, series founder there, talking to Johnny Elliott. And Patrick Neroda is the one in the black suit talking to Johnny Elliott as well. Patrick Neroda, we saw win earlier on.
Hát mondták, hogy majd